Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem El Shai B'Shem Kakodah. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video Day 13 of my gut detox. I think that was the title. It was a day 12, I did the other day, yesterday actually. So I'm going to make this super quick. I'm not going to say too much, but anyway, I just started watching this video. I watched part of it last night when it was live, and then I came back and watched it after it was live. I didn't watch the whole thing when it was live, but I kind of saw maybe 5 minutes of it, watched 5 minutes of it. Anyway, I said last night, I said, let me go back to this, which is Kali Muscle. This is based upon a 30-day watermelon. He ate watermelon all day, every day. Whether he ate it 3 times a day, 2 times. You watch the various videos. So I believe this is day 30. So he's he had a heart attack. If you know anything about Kali Muscle, he's a bodybuilder, been around for years. I remember, was it the Geico commercial? It was either Geico or Progressive, where you had this bodybuilder, the Jake bodybuilder, in the middle of the street directing traffic, showing, putting up poses. Well, that was him. That commercial goes back, what, 20 some odd years or more. So that was him. So, he's been doing this most of his life, if not all of his life, lifting weights when he was a baby. But anyway, so this video, which live, is, featuring Dr. Bobby Price. Now I can see in the background Dr. Sabi. You know the whole story about him. So I believe that he either came up on the Sabi or he studied. I don't know his whole background, but the detox I'm doing is the thing that he put together. All the ingredients of the two, the parasite candida cleanse is one of them, and the tummy detox, which is a group of herbs, trees, whatever you want to call it, plants. And I'm familiar with all of them, and they all work to kill parasites. Parasites. One word. Excuse me. Parasites. Candida, which are parasites. And there's, critters in your system. That's why Jake can't function. That's why Jake always gets sick. Like my woman, she constantly gets sick because she don't eat right. She's just hard-headed, man. I don't think she ate right in a day in her life. And these women, they're on a low level. I'll tell you just like it is. Man. Anyway, so this is the video. Doctor has news about my blood work, which he's talking about, Dr. Bobby Price. See, I'm coughing because when you're detoxing, you get rid of mucus in your system. And Dr. Sabi talks about that. He says that the reason why people get sick is mucus, too much mucus in your system. So part of the detox and getting rid of parasites and critters, I call them, even cancer cells. Kill the cancer cells, put the cancer cells in bay and check. That's what your immune system is all about. When you do a detox, it cleans out all the toxins, poisons, and your immune system is able to function the right way, or function 100%. And that goes with foods. Oh, another thing, I hadn't ate a piece of meat I had some this meat called Abbott Butcher. Just tried it, but it's not meat. But I looked at the ingredients. And there was no, you know, 50-letter words with numbers in it. It was just straight. It'll either say mushrooms, peas, and various different spices. It's not lab-grown meat, which they're trying to push on the public, which that's going to mess a lot of people up. Going to mess a lot of people up. So I just tried it, and it tastes like meat, but it's not meat. But like I said, other than that, I have not eaten meat for 2 weeks. No big deal. I really don't miss it. I kind of miss it, but I really don't miss it. Like if I had to deal with just not eating meat at all, going on what I call a Daniel plant-based diet. Read about that in Daniel, the book of Daniel, chapter 1. He does an experiment with a certain amount of people on one side, certain amount of people on the others. And one part of the group, or half of the group, ate the king's food, which was garbage, not as bad as the garbage that we eat today. America, this is the worst food that you can eat. Even if you eat healthy, it's poisons in this food, man. The air that we breathe, this is the fucked up place. The fucked up place that we're living in, man. Even if Esau doesn't bother you, the fact that you're breathing in this air, that you're eating this food, this toxic food. Even if Esau was good to you, he's still a devil. He's still a goddamn devil, man. And they set this thing up for you to, to get the medical industry going. The medical industry, that's the only business that's open 24 hours a day. It's open on Christmas, New Year's, Easter, Passover. That hospitals, these major hospitals, do not close. And they got people up in there all around the clock. So if people, went to a healthy diet, ate the right, like even if you ate meat, but you ate meat that was grass-fed, like a cow that was grass-fed, and you ate foods. First of all, I'm all over the place, so bear with me, because I haven't set up anything. I didn't know what I was going to say, so it's just coming out. Then first off, you're not going by the dietary menu. Pork is big in this country and around the world. So you got to cut out pork. Pork, pig, swine was not created for you to eat, period. Period. Swine was not created, it was designed to eat the refuge of what you use. Like you have food, you throw it out, the pig eats it. In New York, back in, I think it was the 1800s, the sanitation department they had pigs. Look it up. Say the new pigs as cleans up New York. And you got pictures of actual pigs walking around in the city in Manhattan, and they would see garbage and they would eat the garbage up. Shrimp, lobster, crab, octopus, squid, all these other sharks, all these other catfish, they're there to clean the toxins in the water system, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes. Here you got people eating it. What else? Shrimp. Oh, you want to impress a woman, especially your black woman, Miss. She's so in tune with the Most High, and she's so spiritual. You want to impress her, you take her to Red Lobster, because the woman don't know shit, bro. That's why you shouldn't have women in the truth. What I mean by that, don't have no woman. You know how much trouble this guy's going through? General Netanyahu with them women, he cursing them out now. Watch it. We listen to his videos, part of it after the speaker. We listen to his videos just to see what he's saying. I'm pretty sure he listened to our videos. And he's getting ready. He's at the tipping point, man. Most High getting ready to slap him off of that damn ivory tower that he's sitting the top of. Oh, he got sick. He almost died. And I guarantee you, I know why. His fucked up diet. Fucked up diet, man. Anyway, you get first thing you do. Let's say we're going to heal this country, which Babylon cannot be healed. You know, that's in Jeremiah said that, but she cannot be healed. You wouldn't have these diseases that you have if you just change the fucking diet, man, woman. And then in this society, you don't even rest. There's no Sabbath. This is truly the devil's kingdom. So who you think the devil's going to get to run this kingdom? Are the devils. There's a physical counterpart of the spiritual demon, Satan, which are you Edomites. Let me say this. The apostles did not refer to the Edomites as devils. In other words, they were the enemy. The Romans were the enemies, but they are, in fact, the devils. We now know that they're the devils. 2 Thessalonians 2. You can start from the first verse. We normally start at the third verse. It speaks about how does Paul say that? I might just go ahead and read it so I can say it right. But it says it speaks about the matter of fact. Let me go ahead and read it. Okay, I was going into this. You can read this for you guys. You can't rape a woman. That's no good. Which we don't condone that. We don't condone that at all. I'm watching this guy on TV. Quincy Jones' daughter. She's doing a commercial. She looked just like an Edomite. She act like an Edomite, but that's the nigga woman. She looked just like an Edomite, man. Anyway, where did I say I was gonna go? Oh yes, that's 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians 2. And as I'm doing this, I'm drinking the first part of the detox, which is the candida. I can feel it in my rumbling in my stomach. Yeah, for the last couple of days, for about 3 days straight, I walk around normal, wouldn't feel no pain. I would go to bed about a couple hours. My leg, my whole, the left leg, the whole leg, it felt like sciatica through my whole leg. And I said, well, this sciatica. And I couldn't even sleep, man. I would get up, I would walk around. Matter of fact, the other day, it was 4 in the morning, and I took a hot shower to alleviate the pain. Then I would get up, and it would kind of go away, but then it would kind of come back later that night. So I said maybe it's a protein deficiency because I stopped eating meats. And yeah, meat protein is different from plant protein. If you're dealing with the numbers, there's a thing called DIAAS, which kind of, how can I say, it gives you the numbers in foods that have protein. And 60 grams of protein in meat is different than 60 grams of protein and let's say peas or whatever. You get more protein from meat. So you got to eat of more than 60 grams to equal the meat. You guys, people cut off the meat and they get all messed up because they don't know how to, replace the right amount of grams of protein. I'm talking, and this science right here, it's, brother, it takes you years, brother. I know a lot, but I don't know shit. Let me say that again. I know a whole lot, but I don't know shit. And see, Esau is constantly doing studies. He's constantly doing studies on things. You should go to what is it? PubMed. PubMed. It's a website, and it deals with different diseases and cures, and doctors go to that. And a lot of these articles are based upon eating. A lot of these doctors are saying if you eat, they haven't said that in years. Or years back, they haven't said that. If you're sick, they use pharmaceuticals, but now you have doctors that are nutrition that are learning about nutrition because they don't teach it at medical school. They say that you get a month of nutrition. How the fuck you gonna be an expert in nutrition when you only did it for a month and you spent what 9 years in medical school? I'm all over the place, but I'm speaking good things. I'm saying I'm giving you good food. Anyway, let's go over here real quick. Falling away, that was 70 AD. And I'm pretty sure the scholars will say that. Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High. I was talking about back then as the Romans, but it's really talking about now. Or that is worship, so that he as God, because he's sitting in the place of God. What is that? Ezekiel 28. Sitteth in the temple of God. Remember when you was a child, I remember any church that you went to, it was all about a white Jesus, a white God, or white angels. The Israelites were white. I actually thought Charlton Heston was Moses. Oh, so Moses is a white man, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you of these things. That's why you need teachers. And now ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. So back then, they didn't say, oh, Herod is a devil and all Romans are devils. No, they were just another enemy. A lot of them didn't even know that they were Edomites. Because the Edomite Romans looked at Edomites as Edom. Well, we are Romans and you're Edomites. No, they're the same people. The Herodian dynasty were a bunch of Edomites, and the Roman people, the European Roman people, you know what I mean? They were nothing but Edomites, but they didn't know that they're Edomites. I'll give you an example. An Irish person looks at a Italian person as well, you're an Italian. We're different people. Well, if they all go back to Esau, they're all Edomites that just live in different regions of the world. For the mystery of iniquity, the secret of wickedness, doeth already work, is in power. So he's saying that the Romans are the devil. These Roman Edomites are a bunch of devils. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. He's getting ready to be, he was taken away in 96 AD. The first Israelite, I hope you're listening, taking notes, General Netanyahu. Stop saying, you sound like you're, you sound uneducated. The first Jake was not Septimius Severus in 193 AD. The first Jake, Israelite emperor, was came about in 96 AD after the death of the mission. I always go through that. It sounds like a broken record. His name was Nerva. He was one of 5 what they call good emperors because he did good things for the people. You know, he did it for the Edomites, Jake. He helped people. He did it. You know, public works and all that. He did good things because they were Jakes. They were Jakes. And one of them, I'll get back to my subject. I'm all over the place. One of them, what's this guy? Commodus' father, Marcus Aurelius. He was a Jake. He had a beard in the movie, right? His son Commodus. He didn't kill his father in the movie. He killed his own. No, he didn't kill his father. There was an emperor that came after Commodus, which I believe, I forget all the history. Somebody can look it up for me. Somebody look it up for me, all right? It was another emperor that was he was related to Marcus Aurelius, and he became the emperor. And then after him, Commodus became the emperor. So in the movie Gladiator, that didn't go down the way it was. He didn't kill his father, and the main character, played by this guy, the Spaniard, that he never existed. They just put him in. That's called what is that called? Creative license. You know. And this character did not kill Commodus. It was a wrestler that choked him out because his sister was behind it. Because the guy was corrupt. He wasn't like his father. His father was a stoic, and his father was a good man, an Israelite, one of the 5 good emperors. Please forgive me for going all over the place, but that's how the spirit works. So what Paul was talking about, he was talking about during Nero was in power at the time of Paul. You had Claudius, and Claudius was put to death by his wife, which was the mother of Nero. So Paul was living during the time of Claudius, during the time of Nero. He was put to death. Ultimately, it came down to the Roman Caesar. It can go up to governors and so forth, but when you go into the history, Paul and Peter was put to death under the reign of Nero. And at that time, Nero wanted to get rid of all the Christians and all the Jews, mainly them Christians, which we are the Christians. We get on the Christians, we are the Christians. Vocab is not a Christian. He's an Edomite till he proves otherwise. It says, and now ye know what withholdeth that he may be revealed in his time. Is it when was he utterly totally revealed as to who he is? Now. Through who? The prophets of the Most High. Us men that went out there, including others, I put IUIC in that. I put them in that. They pushed out Israel. I give them credit on that. ISUPK, I give them credit. I give a lot of them other groups that came up. I give them Sakari and the rest of them. I give them a lot of credit because they are pushing this narrative of who we are. Although they don't have the whole truth. Although they don't have the whole truth. We're going to see who got the whole 100% truth when they've set up them chipping stations. So it was a mystery back in Paul's time. But it's not a mystery right now. This is Rome all over again. It says, and then shall that the wicked, Job 9:24, be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. The spirit of his mouth are the Most High speaking to us, the men of the Lord, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right, bright burn. Bright burn. He's going to destroy him with bright burn. That's the way Superman was always supposed to be portrayed in the movie. The best Superman movie I ever seen, hands down, is Brightburn. That brother, I can watch that movie all fucking day. that was the greatest Superman movie ever made. Motherfucking Brightburn. if I'm saying the name right, Brightburn. That was beautiful. That's the way Superman was supposed to come. He was supposed to come to fuck shit up. He's supposed to come to fuck shit up. And in that movie, when did he get attracted to the little girls? When he was 12 years old. The little girl said he was a weirdo. He wasn't no weirdo. He was turned into a man, you dumb bitch. He's a weirdo. And then what did he do? He crushed her hand, man. That was the greatest movie. The second greatest movie is The Man of Steel. So number one is Brightburn. Number two is The Man of Steel. Even him, please forgive me, I'm going off. Even him who's coming is after the what? The working of Satan. So Satan, he's fueled by Satan. I'm watching this commercial. Invesco, you got the Jake. I'll miss the leg day 1989. Every time I see that commercial, I think about Priest Dunyala. I call Priest Dunyala Mr. Leg Day. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Their signs and lying wonders, their miracles are the various technologies that they have. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness. So how are you going to say, well, certain Edomites can make it? How can certain Edomites make it when they're all unrighteous? In them that perish because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Who rejects the truth, the love of the truth? These jakes out here, these Christians, and they're all going to die. All Christians will die. Either they're going to starve to death, they're going to get shot up, the martial law is declared, they're going to take the chip, they might make it that far and eat a missile. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. That's why these jakes, that's why IUIC, one of the most stupidest things, dumbest things they did was to go out into them churches. I know their heart was right, but just one of the stupidest things you could have did was go to them damn churches because you didn't get one Christian, Jake, coming to Israel. Show me one, and I'll come and apologize. Give me one Christian that left and said, I'm an Israelite now. Anyway, forgive me, man. Anyway, let me do this. Give you another precept. I got to give you them precepts, y'all. Ezekiel 4. This is talking about America. I'm not going to go right to the first verse. I siege of Jerusalem predicted, which that's talking about that, but it's actually talking about America. Like if you go to Jeremiah 50 and 51, it's not talking about ancient Babylon. It says, take thou also unto thee wheat, barley, beans, and lentils, and millet, and fidgets. And you have a bread called Ezekiel 9 bread. And it's made from, what do you call it? What do you call that? Sprouts. That's why it's called Ezekiel 9 bread, because what they did was, and that's a good bread. You want to eat, if you're going to eat any bread, eat Ezekiel 9 bread. It has all the elements, all the ingredients in that bread. It says, take thou also unto thee wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and fitches, and put them in one vessel, and make the bread thereof according to the number of the days that thou shall lie upon thy side. 390 days shalt thou eat thereof. And it was literal 390 days, which represents us being in America. I'm not going to go into the mathematics of that. You should watch Deacon the Car. He goes into it. He likes to go into that. It says, and thy meat shalt thou, which thou shalt eat, shall be by weight 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat it. Thou shalt drink also water by measure, the sixth part of an hin from time to time shalt thou drink. It says water, right? And these are sprouts. And thou shalt eat it, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man in their sight. You know what that's saying? Even though we're eating all this healthy stuff, there's still contaminants in it. We're eating the best of the worst, like the non-GMOs and the certified generic. Not generic. I'm sorry. What is it? The non-GMOs and the organic. It's still poisons in it because this is we're under the Esau system, so there's still poison in it, but there's less poison and toxins than the stuff that you eat out there. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles. When? Right here in America. We were eating good in Egypt. Eat a lot of prebiotics, postbiotics, and a prebiotic, postbiotics, and there was another one. There was three of them. Give me a second. Probiotic. I'm sorry, that's the main one we get into. But you really got to get into prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. Based foods. Well, thou will drive them. They were driven in a large ball into a large country. That's Isaiah, I believe it's Isaiah 21, if I'm not mistaken. Then said I, Lord, the power, behold, my soul have not been polluted, for from my youth up even till now have I not eaten of that which defileth itself. Does that sound like Acts 10? Because the Israelites are not supposed to eat anything that defileth itself. So we're forced to eat defiled food among the Gentiles, among the heathen. Or is torn in pieces. So that means he ate meat, but you couldn't eat a meat that was killed. It had to be slaughtered according to the law. Neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth. So that's all Jake eats. And as Christians push that, like it's going out of style. But so that's, you can read this whole chapter. Anyway, let me come back over here. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna close. I ran my mouth too much. But anyway, you can watch this video. Check it out. You skip around and watch the whole video. It's only 90 minutes long. But he goes into it. He knows he's getting, his name is getting out there. But Dr. Bobby Price, and there's other YouTube doctors out there, that appear to be Edomites that are, like a Dr. Berg and a Dr. Mandel. Don't listen to Dr. Grundy. Well, Dr. Grundy is good too, but you listen to Dr. Grundy, you won't be able to eat anything. Stuff that's healthy. Don't eat that. It contains lectins. Don't eat a tomato that contains lectins. Well, the lectins are only found in the skin of the tomato and the seed. You take out the seeds and the skin, the outer skin of the tomato, there's no lectins in it. But hey, this right here is a whole science. This eating the right foods and nutrition tip is a whole science to it, man. People are finding out through research, through studies, that the majority of sicknesses come from the gut. All sicknesses start from the gut. So what do you do to get well? You fix the gut. Diabetes, rheumatism, uh, colds, flus, you know, this thing where they were giving you the yab. All this, the government had to say was, you know, change your diet up. You know, change your diet up, and that builds up your immunity. They don't tell you that. They say you got to take this jab. And then what was the reason behind it? You got certain Israelites, major Israelites, Tahar is one, and Netanyahu is another. They both told their people to take it. Go ahead and take it. We're the only group. I mean, there's other groups out there that didn't take, said don't take it, but we're the only group out there that said don't take it. People ask me, do I take it? What I do, Tahar? I said, I'm going to get another job. Don't take that shit. Not one individual that I know of in GMS took it. And not one, there's no report of them getting the CB. And not one of them died. The 22 people, I believe it was 20 or 22 people from the IUIC died, as reported by Bishop Nathaniel in 2022 Passover. He said, I believe he said 20 or 22 people. You can look it up. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Anyway, with that, forgive me for going long, but I think I said some good, positive things. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.